What's going on, guys? Glenn, Midtown Power Washers, beautiful Memphis, Tennessee. It's Saturday. We've been laying around being lazy all day long. We've been working really hard. It's been hot outside. We've had some long days, lots of work going on. I hope y'all are crushing it, man. You know, it's that time of year where we get out and we hustle. I hope you're enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. Remember why we celebrate this holiday. This is in memory of all the troops that have passed away fighting for our freedom. So if you see, you know, a member of the armed services, please thank them. What we got in the mail, this is the Southeast Softwash shooter tip. This is for a 12 volt. Okay, there's two different options when you go to order. There's a 12 volt and then there's a 24 volt. 12 volt works for your 5.5 gallons. I have a 7 gallon a minute and they told me that this should work just fine. But it's for 12 volt nozzles. It will also work for downstreaming on up to 5 gallon a minute pressure washers. So if you want this to downstream with, you can do that. The 24 volt, just like you would think, works on a 24 volt system. So those 10 gallon a minute, 12 gallon a minute, that size is what you're going to want the bigger one for. And then also your 8 gallon a minute machines, 10 gallon a minute machines, if you're downstreaming, you can use that on those. I've seen that happen. That's about all I know about it. I bought this, cost me almost about 70 bucks shipped for this whole deal right here. So this is an unbiased opinion, first look. What I think about it. It did come when I got it and I was too excited. So it came with this tip, and then this is the J-rod connection. So all three pieces came in a bag together, put some Teflon tape on it, screwed those in there. She's ready to go. So that's how it would come. If you order this, you can order it on their website, and you can just order this tip. If you got a J-rod or something that you like, you can buy this, slap it right in there. Same thing with this, that's extra. And then obviously the J-rod connection's extra. So you buy all three of these if you want the whole thing. This is what we have been using and what I've always used. I've been through 5 or 6 of these by now. We started out with the Ryobi, which was like a greenish one, a yellow one, you know, the Ryobi colors. And when it went bad, the only one we could find was this one. I can't remember the name of it, but you look up blue tip, soft wash, blah, 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 you'll find it. Anyway, real easy working. Like, that's open, that's closed, that's open, that's closed, far away, close up, super easy, super quick. Only thing it sucks is, you know, the inside of these, like you can see there's a lot of play in this. So it didn't, when it came, it wasn't like that, right? If you look right here, you can kind of see that's as much closure as we're getting. So not a lot, right? So what happens there is our fan tip is not as wide as it once was. It shoots smaller and it's more sporadic. It's not spread out as well. So we're wasting a lot of chem with this. That's the reason why we went with a tip, because I was just tired of buying these. This, I should never have to, as long as we hold on to it, I should never have to buy another one. Could buy new holders, buy new, as long as nothing crazy happens though. Never should need, there's no moving parts. You know, this is all, I'm assuming, machine stainless. If you know, put it in the comments. I'm assuming this is stainless. We're about to put it to the test. We're going to do a little length comparison. This one versus this one. Now keep in mind, this one is old, raggedy, busted. All right, so I've got this marked off. 40 feet is where I'll be standing. You can kind of see my wheel right there. So this is about the end of what that one would shoot. We're about, I don't know, 6 feet away from there. So 35 foot, that's what I was guessing. I'm hoping we can hit 40 with this. Well, I guess that answers your question. Got all the way up to about here on the windshield. I mean, there's some splatter up here, but don't worry, it's just water. It'll be all right. We're not shooting SH. I mean, that's a definite winner. That's where 12 volt, I mean, it was dumping water right there, but you can see the whole truck in water. We'll scoot it back and see exactly how long it'll shoot, but I'd say a little ways, you know what I mean? See if you can see that. 46.7. We'll call it 47 feet. Huge difference. I mean, as far as distance goes. I'll show you how it sprays on the wall. And with the fan tip, go ahead and buy both. You might as well go ahead and buy all three, unless you've got some J-rod that you already love. Let me get these swapped around and we'll shoot on this wall over here, and I'll show you the coverage on the fan tip. Fan tip's connected. We'll start shooting. That's pretty nice. All right. Well, you see what it looks like, you know. I think what they're doing here is they're supplying you with a quality product that is easy to buy, right? Because a lot of times you don't know which tip can I buy. Does it come with a J-rod and all this stuff? So this is just a entire package deal, or you can buy it separately. You have that option. But I did the package deal. It's super easy. Which one do I need? Well, I have a 12 volt. Well, this is the one you need, you know. If I had a 24 volt, then I would get the bigger one. You know, it's pretty easy as far as the buying's concerned. Only real downside I had was, and this isn't even a downside, this is nothing, no knock on them whatsoever, because they, you know, I'm used to ordering stuff from Southeast Softwash and getting it in about 2 to 3 days, right? This came in, I want to say that 10 days, okay, which is not, I mean, that's not a deal breaker. I understand, nothing crazy. That's just the only negative experience I had, okay, was that I'm just used to it coming at a certain speed, and it came a little bit later. Not a knock on anybody, I'm just spoiled, you know what I mean? Like, that's what that boils down to. But other than that, like I said in the intro, like it feels like it's made well, like it feels, you know, heavy without being too heavy on that rod. It's not like it's going to weight it down or anything. It's definitely still really manageable, but it just feels really well made. As far as distance is concerned, I am ecstatic. 47 feet roughly. I can shoot almost to the top of my 2-story house at the very peak. So that's pretty impressive. That's pretty cool. That's going to save a lot of ladder time for me. I'm really impressed with not just the distance, but how that stream stays together. And I don't know what they called it in their little video, ionization or something, like whatever it does. It disperses. Once it gets out there, it just loses, you know, the pressure is only keeping it in a stream for so long, and then it loses that pressure, so it's just going to splatter out somewhere, you know, and mist up, if you will. And this really held together all the way through, you know, all the way through the shot to the end of the shot. It's still at a pretty good bead, you know. So I was really impressed with that. That's something that you really look at when you're doing roofs and stuff. You want it to be able to get up there to the top of the roof, but if it's just trickling down spots all over the roof, you want to be able to hit it, saturate it, let it start rolling and work your way down, or I do, you know. So that's something you really look for when you're trying to shoot a roof, is it getting up there, and is it enough getting up there? And that's what this does. But I think this will be in the arsenal for quite a while, and you know, we'll run it all week this week, and we'll run it for a couple weeks, and we'll revisit it and see how she's holding up, see how this 3D printed part's holding up. I assume this will be fine. I assume this will be fine. These two are going to be fine. Like, all that's going to be fine. The only really weak point, if you will, is the non-metal point, but it feels super sturdy and super, you know, super rigid. So I'm not really concerned with it. It has just enough give to where I don't think it's like going to shatter. I think it just kind of, it feels like that material, almost like polypropylene, which all your fittings and stuff are, where it has just a little bit of give, like those Banjo does, but not enough to mean anything, you know, just enough to where if it hits, it's not going to just break into 1,000 pieces. So that's what I'm assuming it's made out of. Again, I didn't do a lot of research on this when I bought it. You know, I asked, like, I've got a 7 gallon a minute. It says on their website that these are for 5 gallon minutes, and I was told real quick, if you got a 12 volt, buy this one. If you got a 24 volt, buy the other one. And that made it pretty simple. This works great. 47 feet in the air. You saw the fan pattern, exactly like it's supposed to work. The people at Southeast Softwash, Cody and them, great people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. He's just a wealth of knowledge in that point. We're also in the Inner Circle together, which is another group that they have these classes on, and then we have all these meetings and stuff like that. And so we like to support each other. You know, that's what we like to do. Everybody likes to support one another in whatever way we can. If that means I pay $70 for a great shooter tip, which is what I did and that's what I got, then I'm more than happy. Everybody wins, right? So pretty pumped on it. You'll see us working on it this week. I'm trying to get some more content for you guys, so like and subscribe. We're going to keep rolling it out this summer. I've got a helper now, so I can have a little more camera time to kind of talk, and whatever we run across, we'll just start filming, you know. So give it a look up, southeastsoftwash.com, if you want to. If you don't, that's great. I don't, you know, that's just my honest opinion on it. I think it's great. Almost shooting 50 feet out of a 12 volts, pretty spectacular in my eyes. So anything that I've known or that I've done thus far, stay tuned for more videos. Appreciate you guys. Peace.